fellow traders, Bob here. So I have the good morning market prep for Friday, November the 26th, 2021. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's see where we left out of the market on a Wednesday. So we had a little bit of an upper shadow here going on the monthly chart, right? So, but still green. Like weekly chart, a little bit sketchy right here. Red spinning top. It looked like they were closing it over last week's close. However, this morning, of course, we had a daily candle here, which was looking pretty decent, right? Nice and golden candle over the ADMA, right? And if we go to the SPY, right, we'll see that we actually closed on Wednesday with, not as much volume as I'd like to see. So we do have that going on. But let's take a look at the Snp Futures here this morning. They are down about 77 points here this morning. Oof, as we like to say, right? So big drop there on this one. And speaking of oof, guys, just a little FYI that Roblox, which is where that noise comes from, is, it's not really, they actually got that from somewhere else, but add that to the stay-at-home names, guys. Keep in mind, like, when all the kids are back at home and all that from school, they like to play Roblox, so that's just another one to kind of add to the stay-at-home names, which are a little bit perky here this morning, thanks to some new Delta strain that, I mean, it doesn't even, it's like 11521. So anyway, apparently it's got the world scared again. So that happened overnight, right? Did lose a couple geometric lines, which were pretty important. Now we're testing the early November levels right here, and we've got an October VPOC below. Seems to be hanging in there okay, but this could be a bear pennant. One of the big things that we've been tracking here, if you look at the MES, it's a pretty sharp move right here to see how it holds this, the low of this kind of bear pennant going in today. Again, the 4600 is a key strike for it to hold today. But if we go to the back to the SPX here real quick, and we go to the wave count, what we want to see here is this. And we talked about this last night, right? We said there's a possibility this is a wave 5 finish up here, and that we actually could be starting a fresh. Like, that's it, right? That's like the kind of the end of this wave move. I'm not saying it's the market top, but we could be seeing a fresh ABC down instead of working on kind of like a 1-2-1-2 type thing. So what's interesting is that this is a symmetrical move right here. All I did is copy this and paste it over here, and that brings us right to 4600, right? So, and we're actually kind of rallying off of that a little bit here on the in the market. So, which means that this is like basically, is all of wave C just a gap? I mean, it is technically possible if there should be some price action here on the SPX. Obviously, there's a 5-week move on the futures. But what I would do is kind of see this, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they try to rally this thing a little bit today, at least to the 618. Right, so I mean, wherever we end up gapping, right, take a look at that one here. So it might work its way all the way back up to the 4670 area if the bulls want to step back up, and then we'll see if they actually want to hold this thing over the weekend and kind of go from there. So other than that, guys, let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're doing here this morning. They are actually with a big bounce here this morning, almost like a V reversal. So keep an eye on this geometric line, see if they can break out of there. That's in the bubble report this morning. IWM also with a rally here. They've had some relative weakness. I'm not surprised to see it drop with the market right there. And then the XLF, big drop here this morning. It was at the top of the channel with the doji day, and then boom, it gapped below the channel, which is very, very interesting. So see how that holds up here today. VIX, we'll see if it can hang on, but it did hit way over 20 this morning. So we'll see if it's ready to have a big weekend. Apple, again, already starting to reclaim some of the lows here. Tesla also doing its usual, reclaiming some of the lows. Bitcoin, interesting. Big drop on Bitcoin right here. This one is not rallying right now, and we talked about this being a very, very interesting zone as it was stuck in an inside day with between the moving averages and below the downward trend line. It looked above it a little bit. It was like, nope, back down, and it's still dropping here this morning on the Bitcoin. So a little bit of caution there, and we warned about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get more in-depth video coverage on the stocks or setups that are on our radar, be sure to join our group or subscribe to the Bubble Report for more morning analysis. The Bubble Report includes S&P 500 review, also a market profile game plan on the S&P Futures, sector updates, gappers, orbs, unusual option activity, economic calendar, and we also have Elliott wave counts that are on our radar made by Algo 382. Be sure to click the link at the end of this video to subscribe today.